Okay, down this morning on a Friday, and this had come to my attention after my first live stream early this morning, and I wanted to address it. It is just, to me, it's mind blowing, but this shows the maturity or lack thereof. So, right in the center, top front center, AL.com, Ivy says calling businesses non essential was a mistake. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey said today that dividing businesses into essential and non essential groups in her shelter in place order to fight COVID 19 was a mistake. Speaking to the Huntsville Madison County Chamber of Commerce via a live video link, Ivey said it would be an understatement to say that 2020 hasn't lived up to expectations. A jobless rate of 2.9% at the year's start is now nearly 10%, with 585,000 people claiming unemployment compensation. Her April stay-at-home order was focused on keeping people safe, she said, and she repeated that requires that all people practice social distancing, personal hygiene, and using face masks. While focused on keeping people safe, this order also, unfortunately, she says, created a very difficult situation for many of our businesses, both large and small, in trying to reduce the number of people interacting with others. One of her first stay-at-home orders set out essential and non-essential businesses. And that was a mistake, Ivy said. I never wanted to create the belief that my administration viewed certain businesses as more important than others. All jobs and all businesses are essential and important to this state. Bullshit. I do weddings. I've been involved in weddings well over a freaking decade of my life. What I have done in those years and still do is none fucking essential. Weddings are an option, they're not a requirement. What I do at weddings is not a requirement, it is all luxury. Photography is a luxury. Videography is a luxury. Movies are a luxury. I'm sorry, it's just truth. It's absolute truth. Going out to eat is a luxury. We have to deal with reality. Why is it so hard for us to deal with reality? Because there's no adults left in the fucking world. That's why. We're a bunch of grown ass spoiled bitches. That's why. Upset that you happen to have a job that's non essential. You knew that when you took the job. Well, I knew that when I started doing weddings. I was surprised there were so many people wanting the services I provided because it is non essential. There's no requirement to have a wedding dress or photos or rent a venue. All those things are non essential. As adults, you sit back and you think, what am I going to do with my life? Choose at any point in time in my career to do something that's non essential, I have to admit to myself that it's non essential. That if things get really rough, I'm going to be one of the first ones to suffer because that's one of the areas that people without the government involvement, economy is going to say, I'm going to do without that because it's not essential. If you don't have the income, if you don't have the resources, you're not going to go to a movie theater because it's fucking essential. If you don't have the resources, the economic capability to go to Disney World, you're not going to go because Disney World is non fucking essential. Going swimming is non fucking essential. Going to a concert is non-fucking essential. You choose, I want to be a musician. I want to go on tour. I know when I get involved in that what I'm doing is a luxury. It's a luxury. It's non-essential. I've said this for years in regards to weddings, that 99% of what goes on a wedding day is essential. I don't have a problem with that. I know it going into it. I didn't feel slighted because the government happened to know what I know. They didn't say anything I wasn't already aware of. Getting hair done. Well, in my case, it's really non essential, right? I grew up in a household that never went to beauticians, never got manicures and pedicures. The females in my family never got that shit done because it was non fucking essential. Getting a massage is non fucking. Some things are non essential. A lot of what we do in our lives today is non fucking essential. We have this many needs and this freaking many wants. Those wants fall into the area of non fucking essential. Entertainment. Let's see, thousands of years we entertained ourselves in a different way. There were not movies, there weren't games. Going golfing, sports activities is non fucking essential. Why do we have a problem with the government coming out and telling us what we already know? That what we're doing is non essential. I chose a career that, oh, sorry, it's non essential. Yes, it is non essential. I get that. We're pathetic. We are horribly pathetic if we can't deal with the fact that a lot of what we do in life is non fucking essential. And this is going to kill us. It's going to kill us worse than the coronavirus because it's going to lead us in a direction that puts our lives in danger. I used to, when I was a kid, I thought that I was weak. When I was a kid, when I was in grade school, I thought I was a wuss. I really thought that. I thought that I was a wuss. And then as I aged, I thought, I'm a wuss? These people, they're so fucking sensitive. You can't speak truth. It's like, I can't believe you said that. You call me bald. I'm fucking bald. People freak out. My age, like, I'm fucking old. I know I'm fucking old. I'm going on 66 years of age. Most of my life is behind me. I can deal with this truth. I can deal with this reality. It doesn't beat me up. It helps me appreciate and it keeps me balanced in the moment in time I am in my life. And also, I know what I do is non fucking essential. And if the shit hits the fan, what I do is going to be one of the first things that's gone because it's non fucking essential. That's being a dog. Why do we have a problem being an adult? Why does a governor of a fucking state have to get up and apologize for telling the fucking truth for a change? That's retarded. That's the most retarded, stupid thing. I mean, and the politicians do a lot of stupid things. Trust me, they say a lot of ignorant things. But I'm sorry. The reality is, I'm not sorry about it. A lot of jobs we have are non-fucking essential. Deal with it. You made that choice. Deal with it. Be an adult. The very ones, the Trump lovers, the Trump cult, are some of the biggest ones whining about this. Republican red state. Who are the snowflakes? Who the fuck are the snowflakes? Huh. Who are the wine babies? Who are the crybabies? Because job is non-essential. You made the fuck. It's just like, God, this can go on to infinity, but wake up, people. You make choices. Deal with it. You made choices. That's called freedom. You got to have Big Daddy take care of you all through your life because you made choices that weren't something you could really live with. I've always known that having a non-essential position in life, that my income being based on non-essential services, I had to manage my money. I had to manage my money very carefully because I knew for multiple reasons that since what I was offering was non-essential, it could disappear. It could turn out to be a fad and people drift away from it. It wasn't something that was guaranteed to continue on. And people think this. In the last, I've seen all these new venues. People are always going to get married. People are always going to get married. Not in this fashion. The time of things change. Study history. Things change as generations go forth. They view things differently. We are in a 21st fucking century. We're thinking we're high and mighty human species. We think we're all the fuck that. And because the governor of our state says your job is non-essential. I can't believe she said that. It's essential to you because you need income. It's not something that's essential that people buy. That's the point. It's not essential. Give me a fucking break. I'm sorry. I'm just like, this people, fucking people can't deal with truths. I've told couples every time I have a wedding, I tell them straight up, this wedding does not create your fucking marriage. And I know I have some venues looking at me going, how can you tell them that? How can you tell them that? Because it's fucking truth. What is wrong with truth, people? What's wrong with honesty and truth? Why does that have to go out the window to pacify little sensitive skins? Truth should be praised and honored. No, Governor Ivey, you're totally wrong by apologizing for calling some businesses non-essential because they are non-fucking essential. For once in your political life, you told the truth and now you're apologizing for speaking truth because of a weak-ass society, because a child is immature. Adults, I hate to use the word, they're not fucking adults because they can't deal with the reality they chose something to earn their living that's non-fucking essential. That's just it, people. When the shit hits the fan, the non-essential shit goes out the window. When the shit hits the fan, you're not going to go to a concert. Luxury. You're not going to go to Disney. That's a luxury. You're not going to go and pay somebody to do your hair and color it and do all the shit women do their hair because it's a fucking luxury. You're not going to go get a pedicure and a manicure because it's a luxury. You're not going to lay down and get a nice, wonderful massage because it's a fucking luxury. And once you admit that what you do is a fucking luxury, then maybe you can plan your life out a little bit better and not be financially strapped when people stop wanting to spend their resources on your non-essential service and product. Wake up. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. And most of you have fucking kids. Most of you have children. Are they going to be more weak-minded than your fucking ass is? But God. Non-essential. Yeah. Essential. What I do is non-essential. Even the prepping thing that I do is more essential than 90% of the bullshit we do every day. Do you need that new truck? No, fuck. You can get by with the old one. It still does fine. It's just getting old. They don't have all the bells and whistles. Non-essential. I grew up half of my life didn't have this shit. It only became essential because we made it essential. It's just not essential to life. I'm sorry. food, shelter, water. Those are the essential things. Fire department, medical. They're more important than police. Oh, you don't like to hear that because I'm dogging police out. It's just a fact. Deal with it. Deal with it. I had to get that out because I would say 70% of the jobs that we do every day, including what I've done in my life, is non-fucking essential. I don't have a problem with that. I don't. And now Governor Ivey is apologizing for telling the truth. It's like retarded. You know why she's apologizing? Because a lot of grown ass fucking Alabamians who have kids that are almost grown are whining because I can't believe they told me my job non-essential. It is non-essential. Weddings are not required. What I do at weddings is not required. Being a photographer is not required. Being a videographer is not required. They're non-essential. Going to movies is not required. They're non-essential. Sports is non-essential. Hairdressers are non-essential. Pedicures, manicures, beauticians, it's non-essential. Makeup is non-essential. All those things are non-essential. Why is that hard to admit? If you grew up and planned your life accordingly, you could survive what the universe brings to us. Because no matter what fucks the economy, the first ones that's going to suffer is the people providing non-essential services and products. When you don't have any disposable income left over at the end of the week or the month, what are you going to cut first? The food and the drugs, prescriptions, the utilities? No, you're going to quit going to movies. You're going to stop planning the wedding. You're not going to get your hair done because you're going to eat first because eating is essential. The gym's closing. Fuck. There's a million things you can go help a lady with her yard work. Go pull weeds for her. Go help somebody that has some help they need on their property. You'll get your workout and feel like you did something for somebody. So the governor apologizes for telling the truth. Isn't that horse shit? Yep, non-essential. Is your job essential? You know whether it's essential or not. It's essential to you because you chose that as a path to make your money. If you're like me and you chose something as a path to make money that is non-essential, then you should manage your money and have alternative plans like, ooh, what am I going to do if people stop buying my product or using my service, which is quite possible, as we've seen, for a multitude of reasons. Sometimes it's just economy, sometimes it's disease. Whatever the case may be an adult. Take responsibility. I'm talking the conservative approach here, but the conservatives are now talking the bullshit. Republican conservatives. I'm sorry I said that some of y'all were non-essential. Please don't cry. Let me pat you on your little head. No adults. That's just it. No adults. I know what I do has been non-essential. I've told couples what you're doing is not essential. It does not create your marriage. These weddings, all this is luxury. To legally create the marriage, you get a piece of paper from the government and have it signed. Bingo, that's all you need. You don't need the dresses, you don't need the cakes, you don't need the dances. If you have, you're providing a non-essential service. Sorry, it's just a fact. So when times get tough, you're going to suffer. Be prepared for it. These people blindly, they all live in fantasy land. Oh, people are always going to get married. People are always going to get their hair. People are always study history. It's not true. People didn't always do this shit. People are always going to need a cell phone. No, I grew up half my life, didn't have one. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Something else may take its place. We may telepathically be communicating one day. Woo! Who knows? Learn from this. And Governor Ivey, you're totally fucking wrong. For once, a politician stands up and tells the truth, and now you're going to come back and apologize for telling the truth. I'm sorry we called any of your jobs non-essential. I'm sorry I told the truth. You know if you've got a non-essential position. You know if you've chosen a career that is non-essential. You fucking know that. So plan accordingly. Planning accordingly means that, again, when the shit hits the fan, people are going to stop spending their resources on the service or product that you're offering because it's non-fucking essential. That means that you should be on guard. That means that you should say, I need to have a little bit of this stashed back and a plan B and maybe a plan C and D. Yeah, maybe I should be smart because I'm doing something non-essential. But no, we don't do that because, guess what, babe? I had a hell of a good week. I got $2,000 in my pocket. Want to go to Disney World? Support some more non-essential shit so we can be broke and I can come back and say, I hope I have another good week. We're not taught to save. We're not taught to save at all. We're slaves of debt, and we just seem to love that debt. And the more money we make, the more money we spend. So we buy a bigger house. We need a bigger house. Oh, this is getting crowded. We're going to get a bigger house. What happens when you get a bigger house? You get more stuff. Fill up that bigger house with more non-essential bullshit. You got non-essential space filled with non-essential stuff provided by people doing non-essential jobs. And that's just an essential fact. And if you woke the fuck up and grew up as an adult and deal with that, you could plan your life out better. You could have a lot better time in life if you dealt with truth. See, people will dog this out because I'm speaking honestly and earnestly about truth, something real. They will laud Governor Ivey for apologizing that I called your job non-essential. Please forgive me. Yeah. I'm glad I'm getting old. It's mostly behind me. You non-essential people are going to wake up and you're going to find out you are never essential. You're going to be old, wore out, and on your deathbed and realize, I was essential. You're all very much replaceable. None of us are essential. None of us. Get your swollen heads shrunk back down to human size. But get the brain that's inside that swollen head to grow up and become a dog. How's that? Become a dog. Peace, love, have a great day.